Guys, listen.
So now they can hear us? Hello and welcome to the James DeWitt Aquatic Center. My name is Tyler Aitken. This is Claire Huyck. We apologize. We might have had some technical difficulties. You might not have been able to hear us for the first few events, but we are commentating on the meet between James DeWitt and ESM. Currently, ESM holds a 25-16 lead. Again, we apologize for all the technical difficulties. We've been working through it, but you should be able to hear us loud and clear now. So we just concluded the 50 free, and again, a very close race with Garrett performing extremely well for only having one arm. I'm very shocked at how fast he was able to swim.
That's right. From that final heat, we had in lane 2 from JD, Alex with a time of 31.65. In lane 3, Garrett with a time of 33.51. Lane 4 from Liverpool, Logan with a time of 36.28. Lane 5, Sam with a time of 31.86. And Leo in lane 6 with a time of 51.53.
So now after the 50 free, we're going to head into diving. So we will be taking a short break, and we will be back when the diving begins. And again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We will see you soon.
All right, welcome back. So our next event will be the 100 free. There is no diving today. So we are going to get right into the 100 free. In lane 1 from JD is Max, lane 2 Robert, and lane 3 Daniel. From Liverpool we have in lane 4 Sam, lane 5 Jake, and lane 6 Ryan. JD has just 5 swimmers today in comparison to Liverpool's 13. So this meet has been difficult for JD to fill some of their heats.
Definitely. You could say 4.5 swimmers based off of one of them only being able to use one arm,
That
but
is so true.
they're hanging in there for now. And they're off. Looks pretty even right now. In lane 3 from James DeWitt is Daniel. He's taken an early lead, but is still anybody's race.
Max is right up there with him going into the first turn.
We also have Sam and Ryan from Liverpool also staying up towards the front. Seems like Ryan is in second place. And they're halfway through. Daniel does seem to have a commanding lead, but it is not over quite yet. Daniel from Jamesville DeWitt going into his last turn. And he will take by several seconds first place in the 100 free.
His time is 1:11.25.
Coming in second is Ryan from Liverpool with a 1:16.13. In third place, we have Sam from Liverpool with a 1:23.42, followed closely by fourth and fifth place from JD. Max in fourth with a 1:26.89, and Robert in fifth with a 1:28.01. And finishing up the race is Jake from Liverpool. His teammates cheering him into the end. And he will get a 1:46.97. So again, Jamesville DeWitt able to have a first place finisher, but their depth is hurting them here.
That's so true. Liverpool simply has more bodies in the pool, so it is much easier for them to get more points just due to their sheer numbers.
Another thing to remember is in modified you can only compete in 3 events. So although JD CBA swimmers might want to swim in more, they don't really have that option, unfortunately. Coming up next, we have the 50 backstroke. We have 2 swimmers in this event, Alex from Jamesville DeWitt CBA and Sean from Liverpool. A one-on-one head-to-head matchup. This will be very interesting to watch.
Without diving today, this meet is going very quickly, so as we head into the second half of this meet, our swimmers are going to start being tired because they haven't had as much time to rest and recover between their races.
And again, as has been the theme all night, this is going to be where having all those swimmers helps Liverpool out. And they're off. It is neck and neck through the first quarter of the race. It seems as though Sean from Liverpool is taking a slight lead going into the turn. But you never know what's going to happen on this last lap. Now, it does look like that in that turn, Sean was able to take a much larger lead. He was able to extend it there, certainly helping him out.
He had a really good turn, and with that, he is going to be coming in first here. His time is a 35.90. And Alex's time is a 40.79, sorry.
So with that, Liverpool will extend their lead yet again. And we are going into the 50 breaststroke next, and then following that, we'll have our last event, the 200 free relay. So 2 great events coming up. Still lots of swimming left to go for each team. And although the gap in score is still widening, there's still a lot of important swimming to be had. I think JD came into this meet expecting lower numbers and some challenges scoring-wise, but they still have a lot of development and learning and a lot of things to be excited about. Before we get into this event, if we want to take a quick look at what's coming up for JD TV, the basketball games that we will be broadcasting on Saturday. We will be broadcasting JV and varsity boys basketball against CBA on Saturday, February 20th. They can be streamed on this same YouTube channel for free. So make sure to come watch that. That will be the first game of the season for both teams. And now we are getting back into the 50 breaststroke. Lane 1, Max from JD. Lane 2, Garrett from JD. Lane 4, Ethan from Liverpool. Lane 5, Jackson from Liverpool. And lane 6, Nick from Liverpool. Although it does seem as though we have an extra swimmer from Liverpool, which is always great to see another kid get a chance to swim. Again, the officials just confirming some changes to the lane assignments, and we will be getting off on this event very soon. And they're off. And surprisingly enough, it looks like Garrett from JD-CBA and Max from JD-CBA are taking an early lead. Again, remember Garrett swimming injured today. Going into their first and last turn, it looks like Max from JD and Garrett from JD are continuing their lead. They're looking very strong today.
Ethan from Liverpool is starting to pull ahead.
It's going to be a very tight finish. 3 swimmers all right next to each other. And it will be Garrett from JD-CBA taking first with a 44.81, followed by his teammate Max with a 45.18. And then in lane 4, Ethan with a 46.14, followed by a Liverpool swimmer in lane 3 that we are unaware of the name, unfortunately. We apologize. In lane 5, we had Jackson with a 57.03, and in lane 6, we had Nick with a 105.29. So if you look at those finishing times, 3 swimmers all within 3 seconds there. That was a very tight finish.
That's right, and that tight, close finish does help these swimmers swim a little bit faster and push a little bit harder into their final stretch of the race.
So now we are heading into our last event, the 200 free relay, and we will have 1 team from JD-CBA and 2 teams from Liverpool. So in lane 2 from JD, we will have Alex, Robert, Max, and Daniel. Lane 4 from Liverpool, we will have Logan, Sean, Sam, and Ryan. And in lane 5 from Liverpool, we will have Lorenzo, Leo, Nick, and Jackson. Did we just go off air?
No, we're live. We just lost both cameras.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. We may have just lost both cameras, but we are working diligently to get them back on. So this is a strange sight to see, as almost every swimmer in the center is about to be in the pool. We will have 4 swimmers from Liverpool sitting out and 1 swimmer from JD-CBA sitting out, but every other swimmer will be competing in this event. Is the score 42-36? Is that accurate? And despite only having 5 swimmers, JD-CBA is only down 42-36, down 6 points. It's going to be all coming down to this last event, which is something you love to see. Again, we are working on the cameras to try to get them back to you as soon as possible.
If we don't get cameras, just describe it like radio. Go in as much detail as possible.
So starting off, the first swimmers will be Alex from JD in lane 2, Logan from Liverpool in lane 4, and Lorenzo in Liverpool in lane 5.
Okay, we got one camera back.
Our swimmers are behind the blocks, but we are not yet starting the race.
In the meantime, I'll be hard cam. While you try to figure it out.
We finally have one camera back to you, which is great. We will be able to see this event, and I will not just have to tell you what's happening. So,
No, it's glitching. It's still glitching.
oh boy, we do not have the camera working 100%, unfortunately, just when it starts working at breaks. Regardless, you will get all the information you need from us here at JDTV. I will not want to jinx anything, but it does seem like you might be able to see something right now. And again, this is our last event, the 200 freestyle relay. And swimmers taking their blocks.
Click on hard cam. Yeah, is that working? Double click on hard cam.
And they're off. And it looks like there might have been an issue in lane 1, so it will, or in lane 6, pardon me, so it will be Alex and Logan in a tight battle in lanes 2 and 5. Logan from Liverpool taking an early lead. And Liverpool will be in first place as we go into the second leg of the relay. Here we have Sean from Liverpool and Robert from JD, CBA. And Liverpool has already built up quite the early lead. Now, as you're standing behind the blocks as a third or fourth swimmer for JD CBA, what are you thinking right now as you see that lead for Liverpool start to expand?
These swimmers are still hoping to catch up in their final 2 legs, but they will need to push even harder than they have been in order to make up that distance that is building quite steadily.
Sam from Liverpool extending the lead for Liverpool to over half a length of the pool as Max gets in. We have Liverpool's next team, Leo, coming in as their second swimmer. And Liverpool's first team about to take their last swimmer into the pool. We have Ryan diving in right now. And it looks like Liverpool will take a commanding victory in this event. It is not over yet, though. We have Daniel from JD getting into the pool right now. Again, about half a pool length back from Liverpool's Ryan. And Ryan is bringing it in strong for Liverpool's first relay team. They will finish with a time of 2 minutes, 13 seconds, .05. And coming in for JD is Daniel. They will get a 2:21.02, pardon me. We've got one more relay team for Liverpool in the pool. It seems as though they had an issue with their start, but they're doing a great job of fighting hard and continuing to swim with Nick here in the pool. It seems as though there might have been an issue with the start for the first swimmer for Liverpool, so always difficult when it's not something in your control, but these last swimmers for Liverpool are putting on a great show. Jackson bringing it in for Liverpool. He will be the last finisher of the day. You see swimmers from both teams cheering on Jackson as he goes into the final turn of the day. I could be wrong, but you might not be able to see anything anymore, unfortunately. But Jackson is coming in on his last strokes of the day.
The last 5 yards.
And he is in. Liverpool's last relay team will get a 3:44.54. And that will conclude the competition today. So we will finish with the final score of what?
Add 9 to Liverpool and add 5, or sorry, 4 to JD.
Is it 10 to Liverpool? Because relay or?
No, crap. So 6. Okay, so 16. I think. And then 8.
And we will finish with an unofficial, still pending, final score of 58-44 with Liverpool winning. Only a 14-point deficit. That was a great showing from Jamesville DeWitt CBA considering all the circumstances they had to deal with today. And a great showing for Liverpool taking that victory. And we are awaiting confirmation of the final score, but it was definitely a Warriors win today. So again, make sure to join us on Saturday at noon and 2 p.m. for the JV and varsity Jamesville DeWitt boys basketball competitions. They will both be competing against CBA. So make sure to come back here to this channel and you'll be able to watch those games for free.
We thank you so much for joining us today at this wonderful meet at the JD Aquatic Center.
And with that, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it and have a great day. Goodbye.